59. Looping statement. So let's move on. Looping statements. So in the previous video we have learned about the nested if else statement. Now we are just going to learn about the looping statement that is going to be used in the C language and it's going to be helping. Okay. Loop. So looping a statement is the way to execute sequence of a statement again till the given condition is over. Okay. So it means to say that if you execute or run the common task again and again, then you will have to use loop. Because actually if you wanted to write hello world again and again, then it is going to wastage of the time or wastage of the memory also. So for reducing that, you can use the loop concept, which is helping us to execute the same statement that you wanted to execute again and again. So that is going to be used with the loop. Okay. Now we will learn about the working principle of loop, that how the loop works. So at first it checks initialization portion. So you have to initialize the portion for a particular loop. Okay. Second step is that after initialization, it checks the conditions. Okay. And the third and the final is that if the condition is true, then the statement will execute. Otherwise, the control will be transferred to the statement just after the loop. Okay. And that is so clear. So actually, the principles of the loop is based on this concept, that you have to initialize the portion, that after initialization you have to check the condition, and if the condition is true, then the statement is going to be executed. Otherwise, the control will be transferred to the statement just after the loop. So actually, this is the working principle of loop. Now, moving forward for the while loop, that how it is going to help you, because loop is going to help you for executing the similar statement again and again. Okay, so let's look at that about the while loop. Okay, while loop, that is the syntax is very clear from the fact you have to initialize your value here. Initialization should be here, that whatever the value I is equal to 1, while I is equal to 10, then while condition, so condition should be here, and if the condition met true, then this statement is going to be executed. And here this is the increment and decrement operator, and we have told you about the increment and decrement operator in the increment and decrement operator topics. Okay, so this is going to help you for making the condition true, for making the condition go again and again till the given condition is going to be false, and after the condition is going to be false, it is out of this loop. So actually this is the syntax that is going to work in C language. So the syntax is clear, you have to initialize the value. After initializing, you have to check for the condition, and you have to check the condition till the statement is, till the condition is over or till the condition is false. Okay. Now moving forward, I have a notice for you that about that what you need to conclude from the facts. And the first point is saying us that condition must enclose within the parenthesis. Here you will see that the condition should be within this parenthesis, and that should be the syntax for you. Here whatever the statement you will execute, that you need to write here. Whatever the statement you need to execute, that you need to write here. Either the printf statement, either the scanf statement. So whatever you need to execute here, whatever you need to state here, you need to use it in the statement. So you have to initialize the value first, and you have to use the semicolon. After that, you have to use the syntax while, because it is a while loop. Okay, so you have to use the syntax that is while, and in that you have to use the condition, and whatever the condition that is going to be undertaking within this fact, that should be within this like scope. Okay, and after the condition is false, it is out of this bound. Okay, so here the condition must include within the parenthesis, and that is so important point. Braces are optional if there is a single line statement. Okay, as we have told you that braces are optional if there is a single line statement, and in the multi-line statement you must have to use the braces, and that is the third point. Braces are required if there is a multi-line statement. Okay, now moving on the for loop. Okay, so here it is the syntax of for loop. If you compare the for loop with the while loop, the syntax vary. The syntax vary. What the actual working? So here the syntax you will see here, and if you compare it with the while loop, then you will be finding that the variable initialized in the while loop was above this statement. Here you will see that initialization is above the while loop. What in the for loop? Actually, what we are working on the same rule. That is based on the looping concept. What the syntax is different. Syntax is different. For while loop, the syntax is this. You have to initialize the value first, then in the while statement, open the parenthesis, and you have to write the condition. If the condition is going to be true, then this statement is going to be executed, and it is going to be executed till the given condition is false. Okay, and here you will see in the for loop that the syntax vary, but overall we can say the work is same for both the things, but the syntax vary. Okay, so here I can say that I have used the for. This is actually syntax of the for loop. For parenthesis open and closes here. You have to initialize the variable here. Okay. After that, use the semicolon. Condition checking statement that should be here. After that, semicolon, and increment and decrement operator. So if the given condition is going to be true, that is going to be execute this statement. That is the sequence of a statement. So if the condition is going to be true, actually it works on the same concept like while loop, but the syntax vary actually. So variable initialization is going to help you that about checking the condition. So this will be coming first, then after that this condition checking. If the condition is getting true, then this statement is going to be stated, or we can say execute. After that, this will increment the value or decrement the value, and then coming to this thing, that is the condition checking, and if again condition is true, the statement is going to be executed. Okay, so and finally if the condition met false, then this will be out of this bound. So this is the working of a for loop. So now let's look at the another way that how we can use the for loop. So here that is the variable initialization. Okay, for then you have to must use the semicolon for this variable initialization. This is another way of using the for loop in C language. So I am talking about these things, and you need to check here the condition. Condition statement should be here, and then semicolon, then increment and decrement operator you can use here. Then the same working as I have taught, that if the condition is going to be true, then the sequence of the statement is going to be executed, and if the condition is getting false, then this statement is not going to be executed. Okay. Now looking at the another initialization, that is the for loop. Variable initialization should be above of this for, and you have to use the semicolon, because for this statement condition checking, then semicolon, then for this statement. So you can use this like it in the C language also. And another thing is the syntax like this: for, comma, that is semicolon here, and sequence of statement. So this is the way of representing the for loop in C language. And another way of representing the for loop in C language is the double initialization, that variable initialization 1 and variable initialization 2. Till end, semicolon, condition checking, increment decrement, comma, increment decrement, till end. So this is the way of how you can use the loop concept for the various, we can say the various clarity of the for loop. So this was all about the looping statements. So thanks for watching. Dhanyavad.